black man to own a house in America. You hear that shit? They gave him this shit. You hear me? The president at the time.
You're a boss.
And you were closed for so long during the furlough. Every time I come up here, I want to cry. One, do you think his he would have known his city looked like this now? You know what I'm saying? Also, this dude was born into slavery. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no England. This ain't no joke. Like, and you get your workout on. Like that tree they cut down right there. I wonder, how old was that tree? Look at the ring. You can feel his, like you can feel his spirit in this motherfucker.
How you doing? I'm Cornelius Thompson. I go by Mr. Louis Farms, and I'm here with my good buddy,
Great Jelly, Mr. Matt Gaither.
And today we will be discussing the whole backlash, the whole energy behind the blackface, the Gucci, and some of the young African celebrities protesting and boycotting Gucci behind this whole blackface thing. Oh, this is Vanessa. Sorry about that. This is Vanessa. She on camera. Say hi, Momo. There you go. All right, so basically our discussion today will be, I'm just lost. Like, if somebody show you, some blackface, something they doing in blackface, and you just want to boycott them for a period of time until they get like black designers, like, my thing is, like, why wouldn't you just scrap the whole brand? Like, what you got to say about that?
Oh,
like,
yeah, you talking about with the whole situation where they talking about boycott?
Yeah, like T.I.
Oh,
he said boycott.
So, it's much bigger than that. It's like, it's no need to boycott to come back. Like, it's like once you leave it, it's like a bad relationship. You don't leave a bad relationship to come back to a bad relationship. You know, they didn't mock you and put the blackface. Why you want to even wear these clothes that's depleting and taking out of your community? What do they do for your community? How do Gucci and Prada help your community? So why do you want to spend your money with them, period? Not even before they put the blackface up there. It was depleting you of what you could do to build you some wealth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so it doesn't even make any sense that this has to be said. We need to boycott them.
It shouldn't even be a discussion.
And see, then it's like a whole brainwash. We got to tell you the boycott, but it's like you boycotting your own people. We got designers. We may not have people making the actual garments and things like that, and that's what we got to get into, making these fabrics and materials. And that's the stuff Kanye be getting on, but people look at Kanye like he crazy.
Yeah, that's what not to cut you off, but Kanye said you got black people. I mean, poor racism and rich racism, and the rich racism is just to make you spend more money than you have to on a garment. Think about it. One sweater from Gucci probably costs you several hundreds of dollars when you can go to your local urban clothing store and probably pay like no more than $100 for it. And you'll be building up your community at the same time and saving money. So go ahead, back to you. Kanye, he was on to something real big with that.
Yeah, no question.
And he didn't really get the praise that I think he should have got for that song that he made. He said, now it's black nigga racism and something like that.
Okay, yeah.
The slaves, what was the slaves on the blood on the leaves?
Something
like that.
Yeah.
Go listen to that song. Shout out to Kanye West, man.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, man, that stuff is like, it has no value, but we place the value on it. You see, our culture, you see how they mock and they love our culture. So we the one who put the price tag on it. And because we value Gucci, Prada, Boss, all these labels, because we value them, they are valuable. But if we did not value them, they would have no real value. Like it's nothing in it. So if we just forget a boycott, just it doesn't exist to us. You know what I mean? We feeding the PWI, we feeding all these institutions, but we need to learn and help each other feed our own economic and our own institutions. You understand what I'm saying? So if we can get on to this will be major. But how do we get to that? You see? And that's one key way is stop spending your money with them. But we got to learn how to, when you see your brother, stop looking down because you will resent your brother because it's not Gucci and Prada. Like, I like his stuff,
exactly.
But it ain't going to make me look like this and look like that because the female's going to look at that and you know, and that's the wrong way to look at it, you know, but that's how we was taught. We market ourselves for the, you know, for the female, this, that, and the third, but we gotta build it up, man. You know, we gotta try to learn how to take care of our females, not just, you know, do what they've been doing to us, bamboozling us and bamboozling our females, you know what I mean? And we gotta learn how to love one another, build each other up, and support one another. What does that look like, though? You know, my brother doing something right here. I want to spend a little money with him. He gonna spend a little money with me. We ain't gonna take this money outside to no other community. We're going to keep the money in our community. I'm going to spend with him. He's going to spend with me.
So when it's time for you to save, when you saved up all the money that I bought to you, and it's time for you to buy some new cameras or something, that's going to make our movies more, your movies more popping. You know what I'm saying?
But as long as we ain't take the money outside the community, regardless of the sense that we making a whole lot of money, we going to have everything that we need because we working together. See, it's like teamwork. And it's all about building. You know, the preacher man was talking about that this sermon at church, you know. And I'm blessed to even have caught that, you know. But, you know, teamwork is really big. And that's all we need as a people, come together and build, you know. And like being as though it's Black history, I want to take pride in it and take advantage of it. And let's go with this Black business thing here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. We're not just boycotting and waiting for them to get Black designers. If we got Black designers, why aren't you designing? Design your own stuff or get with somebody else, get with a team, you know, and let's do this. We don't need help from outside races, not to be sounding racist, but I mean, they are on the same thing. You know what I mean? They building themselves up, and there's nothing wrong with us doing it, and we don't have to feel guilty about doing that, you know. And it's no hate, it's no shade. It's just it's a sense of pride and love. That's all it is.
And if I could just intervene a little bit, we're not going against like white people or anything like that, because all white people don't have stores and clothing lines and all that. It's a lot of white people that are just consumers, just like, you know, me and you. Absolutely. So what I'm saying is, it's an energy that America is built on. The energy that America is built on is like, you got your English language, you got your segregated cultures, you got one person going against another. All of this stuff is just American culture. So I think we just need to change the whole culture. Like, I'm quite sure white people, they got something that they do well. African descendant people, they got something they do well, and that goes all across the board. Like, to each his own. I just think flourish in what you do. Stop buying into this American system of higher, lower, because America is an energy, and it puts one person against another. Like, me and you could be movie makers, both of us.
Right.
See, and we'll just be if we just in our own environment and we making movies, we won't have no problem.
Right.
But the minute we go into America's environment, it's gonna say, well, his movie got this and your movie got that, opposed to appreciating the uniqueness of both of our movies. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what Black history is all about to me. It's just like appreciating what we do as people. Like me, myself, I like farming. I like growing stuff. I like, you know, I just like to see stuff grow. So I would like to acknowledge the people that was growing good, whether they be Black, white. Like if a white person know how to grow real good, like I'm into that. Like, there's no Americanized, because white people out here is same as we here. Mm-hmm. The more we say we need to get into, you know, our own self, is like we putting ourselves in a box too. What if this other culture can help us get an empire to what we need to do. You know what I mean? So I just think.
Nah, I get what you saying with that, but it's like, I mean, like, basically, it's not, like I said, any shade with building on self. It's just like you as a person, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta have yourself together before, like, you could get into another relationship.
Right, absolutely.
So just, before we go outside doing this and that and trying to get, like you said, help or assistance or this and that, let's just go ahead and tighten up what we got going on. You know what I mean? Because for real, like, it's really, to me, it's ignorant to be like, oh, they white, they black, this, that, and the third.
That's
because
retarded.
yeah, it's like, for real, is that color stuff don't really matter, and it's like, it's not even like that. And it's like, most white people not really white. They from a different culture.
I don't even like hearing white because that's not even the real color. Like,
right,
if you
right.
look at the crayon box, it's not the
Right.
a Caucasian person is not white.
But what is Caucasian? Because it's like, that's not even saying anything, because that don't say anything about their culture.
Caucasus Mountains, and it's like.
But it doesn't say like did they, because you got people that's from you got Irish, you got Italian, so it's not really telling you anything. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so look,
so it's like, it's a game basically, just saying, oh, they black, they brown.
Nah, and that's the American trick.
Yeah, that's the American trick. And we got to get away from that.
And we live in America. So we need to be controlling America. That's everybody. That's not just.
But that's why you being led astray, so that you can't control what you don't understand.
And then when you say led astray, that's a big statement. And then you gotta say, well, who is leading us astray? Because like I say it again, the average Caucasian person in America is just like trying to go to work and work like.
It's been set up a long time ago, right, that perpetuates itself. As long as people stay in
if they don't do different things.
Unconscious, it's going to perpetuate itself, because it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, basically. It's been set up to a T. You know what I mean? Like, these things, like these images we see, they have long-lasting effects. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Long-lasting effects. So, for instance, let's get into it. Like
the blackface. Let's talk blackface.
Let's talk more about this blackface. So, blackface is still going on today. So, we saw a poll and just so like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Hold up, pause real quick. Back like I was saying. So, we hear these statements or see something that look like blackface because we see something that resembles it far as the imagery. We get so like in an uproar and get offended when we see something that resembles a blackface with the smile and the big, but when the content looks like it or resembles it, we say nothing. Because love and hip hop, there's a lot of shows, there's a lot of things that portray, people of color, that's indigenous people. It portrays us to be a blackface, very ignorant, very happy with the situation, the status quo of being in squalor, like just being in a bad situation. So it's just like, how do we get away from that? And of course we value money. And so that was how they got people to do blackface in the beginning, because economic gain. So that's the same thing that's going on now. So that's what I mean when I say it's a system that is built to perpetuate itself no matter what, because money, people value money just like you value the clothes and this and that. And I'm not telling you don't value money, because that I don't want to tell you don't pay your bills and stuff. Right. But we got to figure it out. And that's what we got. That's when we keeping the money inside our own community, regardless if you don't have the money. He might do carpentry. See what I'm saying? And we all in each other community. We not taking our money. So now we don't have to value money anymore. We can value each other. You see what I'm saying? Because he has the skills to help you build your house or fix that and fix your car. And now you can create a whole company. Now where the whole world now has to go ahead and support you. You see, we're going to support ourselves. And now they see the value in it. And then the whole world supports. And now we have built an economy for ourselves. And now we are in this whole e-commerce thing. So that's what we got to get to. And we can connect with our other brothers overseas, in Africa, and in the West Indies and other places like that. And then when other cultures and race want to join in, it's cool, because we now have our place where we're not feeding their institutions. So back to what you were saying about, you know, they can help us get, yeah, but still that's gonna go into their institutions where we have nothing. So we need to build ourselves up where we have institutions that's building our legacies and like I said, our e-commerce.
I like to touch on that because we say ourselves, but us as African descendants, we not together. Like
that's what I'm saying.
We not
connecting
even
back
together
over there with the roots and making sure that land is.
We're not even connecting. Just like it's a mental thing. Like I could see my black brother walking down the street. If I see him counting, like say like if I'm broke, right, and I see a black brother of mine counting some money, like I might don't try to rob him, but I will think like, dang, you know what I mean? I need some money type of thing. So it's like I won't look at him like that's my brother and I love him. I just look at him and the thought might cross my mind like I could bag him or something real quick.
Valuing the wrong thing. That's my point. That's my point. We valuing the money. I'm not trying to tell people not to value money, but you gotta watch how you do it. That's why they say it's the root of all evil. Because look at what you just said. Because you valuing the money and it make you forget about the person. And that's what's going on right now. The young kids out here trying to get money and everybody want a bag because the music is telling you you need a bag, you need this. Like I said, we market ourselves for the women to get a bag, make them know that we can afford, you know, to spoil them and this and that. And so you forget about the people around you and stop valuing them and what value they have, and you only value the money. And the money is really gonna bring you to your demise if you don't have your values.
And I got a question.
You gotta have core values.
I got a question for you. All right, so African tribes like the Mandinka tribe, they try to say something about Mandingo and make it seem like that's a big private area park. Right. You know what I mean? That don't really got nothing to do with it, cause like when you come from like a village and you breed and everybody breeding the same, everybody got some similar qualities. But my question is this: what made African tribes stay together? Was it the love for each other, or did they have something in common? Which was they ate the same foods, they had the same the environment that they were in, they drank the same water. Like when you got those type of things in common, like we got it like animals, for instance. When they go to that watering hole, they drinking water. They got that in common. Like, we got to find what we have in common as Americans, Africans in America. What do we have in common that could make... Because, like, being together is not like, hey, brother, let's get together. Nah, it's we all got something in common. Like, you drink from this water. Hey, bro Ham, how you doing? You know what I mean? You eat from this garden. Hey, bro Ham, how you doing? So we gotta find what do we have in common so we can come together like that.
Come on over here.
That's just my little point, man. Like, cause we'll be running around for thousands and thousands of more years thinking we could just get together just for the reason of we black, let's get together. It don't really work like that. It work like a necessity. What do you need? Like, and when you need something, you want to connect with the people that got it. And it's going to be good. It's going to be a good relationship because you getting what you need and they getting whatever you paying for that or the services, they getting what they need. So that makes a village right there. Like if I come to you for all my videography and you come to me for all your groceries, we connected. We don't even, it's not going to be nothing bad because we connected. You got what I need. And I got what you need.
For sure.
So that's what we need to do. Like these clothing lines, black people can come together. All cultures can come together if they just do what they do, how they do it. Like if we had black designers that was making good quality of clothing, like that all of us could stunt and feel good, we gonna go support them. They gonna in turn make more products that we can keep doing, and it's like that. Yes, you got something to say?
Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Go ahead, the floor yours. Mookie baby, boss baby, go ahead, tell them. How can black people, all people for real, come together?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was straight from the boss baby. Back to you, Jelly Man.
Yeah, so like, I'm just big up on this supporting the people that look like you really, and stop, running to feed other people's families, basically. You know, feed your own family. Don't do your family wrong and then go do somebody else's family the greatest. You know, like basically do the little, I guess, the blackface form and smile and dance and then mug on your family. You know what I mean, and resent them. So that's a little backwards, and that's what kind of got us in this situation. Well, that's why we are in this position.
It's just like a
like
little. Is this like a little a trick? You know what I mean? Like, cause it feel like, you know, they could have been came out with that. You know, they could have even made a blackface movie. Like, we don't get a blackface movie, but we get like one garment that set it. Like, is that like a trigger from the PWI again?
It's just a game, dog. Cause it's like it stirred it up. It got people.
And why is that stirring us up? Like, why is that stirring us up?
Somebody brought it up, and then guess what? It make people go look. It's bringing traffic.
And guess what?
All news is good news.
Guess what? When you see a bum on the street, and you not trying to give them no money or nothing, all you do is ignore them and walk past. They might be like, sleeping, got a whole bed on the side. You gonna walk right past that thing and keep it moving.
This is my first time actually seeing a little turtleneck, I guess, by Gucci, and they said they had a little figurine too.
I seen a little.
I didn't see none of this. I'm just happening to see it.
But understand why are we paying it too much attention?
Only reason what made me bring it to my attention was because I'm reading the book, and like it's Black History Month, and I just want to take advantage of it, and you know, like build awareness, build pride, sense of pride between self, knowledge of self, being truly educated, and really supporting and building up our communities, man. You know what I mean? Like, not saying being off the grid or anything, but like we gotta really know who we are. Hey, we gotta know who we are, and I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
And who you are comes from within. It don't really have nothing to do with the outside. Who you are come from within. Think about it. Like, you came from a mom within a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything who you are is going to come from within. Who are you? Your skin don't define you, but your actions and everything you stand for do. So,
that's true. Like,
if I was to see a Caucasian or a Chinese or any other type of culture person in my face and they got the right essence to them, like if they just care about
rock
people,
and roll all
I'm gonna
day.
rock out with you.
All day.
And that's another thing. Like,
thing.
This blackface, it seemed like this was one of them early triggers, early setup things that could turn people against. Because for sure, if you see a Caucasian person wearing something that look like blackface, that's gonna make you get probably pissed off and turn from the whole culture, not knowing that one person that's doing that is just an idiot. You know what I mean? You don't have to, like, when somebody try to hire you to do a blackface, a model in blackface, and you get paid the money, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, you're an idiot because you doing anything for money. You know this is offending people. So I don't like the blackface thing. It is a history on it, but I think if we pay less attention to that and more attention to where we need to go, we'll be better off. Like, the next blackface thing that come out, don't even pay it no attention. Just don't even associate with the brand that even doing it. Don't even talk about the brand, because that will kill that brand. It'll be looked at as an idiot. You know what I mean? Who want to deal with an idiot? I don't.
If you don't bring any attention to it now, their mission was not accomplished.
Attention is money.
This is mission accomplished because
everybody blowing it up. Because celebrities, the biggest people that's bringing light to it.
Yeah, but right, and saying boycott.
Yeah, that's bringing light to it. Why boycott? What is you doing?
So is we gonna go burn all their clothes in the street,
or
like
Gucci
what?
Send them that box of clothes?
That's
Are they
going
to not wear it now?
What y'all gonna do with all the Gucci y'all got right now? Y'all ain't gonna give it away, and it's like, who you gonna give it to?
And what is that gonna do?
And you gonna give it to some black kids thinking you doing good.
What is that gonna do?
You just saying boycott. Why you gonna give some hand me that? So it's like, we gotta really understand what we saying and what we doing, and say what you mean and mean what you say. So it's like, I mean, let's be done with it. Like, I literally used to wear some of that stuff. I don't own none of it anymore, you know. And this was a long time ago, because I really, it was keeping me back. It wasn't important. I wanna be a property owner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to, you know, get into the realty game. You know what I mean? I want to write books and things like that. And so I'm like, I don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars trying to keep up for people who don't even care about me, for people who don't have nothing they self.
On garments. Like
Because,
at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's just garments, man. It's clothing you so you don't walk out in your nakedness in the world. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
just garments.
for sure. And I like to be like I like nice things, so I can't even lie about that. So I still like certain labels and things of that nature. So it's a struggle, but it's because I've been conditioned. But it's good that I do understand about branding, and I'm branding with the company we got going on and everything like that, and turning these little like real because there's nothing else on it, so we just we just doing a real quick flippy zip. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing magical about it, because like I said, we ain't in a position where we had the resources to go put a whole like suit together from thread, and I would love to do that, but I don't have the time nor the resources for that. But if we find some people that's passionate about that kind of thing, then we can come together and pay you, instead of me going into these stores that I really don't want to, that's made in China, that's made in Vietnamese. I would like to get my stuff from Africa or right here in my community, where I know I'm really, building up somebody and it's gonna matter,
And I'm sorry, the baby getting a little restless. I just wanted to say this on record. What makes anything quality and good to me is the material itself, but also why is this being produced? Like, the people I want to buy stuff from is the people that's got a big agenda. So like, if your clothing line and you're trying to build up a media platform and that's why you making clothes, then I want to support you. See, we need to find out, why do Gucci make clothes? Like, they already billionaires. Like, why are they still making clothes? Is it for a good cause? Like, so that's my whole point.
Is it really to drain our community?
Capital.
And keep us down. Why they still, like you said, they already, but make sure you can't get
Why
ahead.
they still in
and
the
where this
clothing
company
business?
come from? Like
Yeah,
we're like,
that's
like
the
here go
questions we
another
need to
thing.
ask.
Like, so all like with slavery being happened all these years ago, but it's not, slavery is not that long ago. Slavery's not that old, right? And so you gotta think about it. What happened to all these plantations and these slave owners? What happened to that? What do you think that turned into? So some of these companies, these Fortune 500 companies that we is so pressed to spend our money with and go against our brother, is the same company that enslaved your people from the beginning, and it's perpetuating itself. See what I'm saying? It's a system, so we got to get out of this. We got to learn how to love one another.
We definitely got to love
that's
one
big.
another.
And support. So
love is the key, and a little knowledge is the key to a certain extent, because education is the education system that we're in, is pushing us to be book smart and all that, but it don't push us to create things. It don't let us be creators without using a book. If you gonna make something up and you make it from your mind first, that's dope. But if you make something from a book, then that's you following somebody else's creation. You're not creating anything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just think we just need to get more into creating things from our mind first, and then once we got what we created from our mind, then we can go look into a book and like upgrade it a little bit more. Because with you creating something, you putting your energy into it. Now it's gonna flourish because it's your energy. Once you pick up somebody else's book, they wrote that. That's their energy. This person right here, when I read this book, I'm reading the energy of another person. So I gotta be careful whose energy that I'm going into. America is energy. When Americans, we speak English. English is a fairly new language. Like, this language is made up from other different languages and it's pieced together. And English language got one word, got 5, 6, 7 different meanings. Like, if I tell you a story and then you pull me up on it and say, hey, you didn't do what you said. And then I say, nah, I said I was going to do this, but that got 5 different meanings. You'll look at me like I'm bull jive. So we just got to look at what we living in. We live in America. We got to look at this system as bull jive, and we got to correct it. Even if it means coming up with new words, you know what I mean? It might sound weird, but that's cool. I'm willing to take on a new language if it's going to empower people.
Take pride in yourself and your community, build it up, man. Support, if you not just to push us, like, but if you support Jellyvision, support Louis Farm, support What Is Food, and if you don't choose to support us, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
But support somebody in your community that's working with children, that's working with you, that's working with your family and stuff like that look like you. I just want to say that. I just want to be an advocate of that.
There's nothing wrong with that because you got to start somewhere. You start helping people that look like you eventually. It's going to be contagious. Then you helping everybody. You got to start from somewhere. And just for closings, I would like to say, Black history to me means, it means recognizing the people that did something that was in America, that was Americanized and did something powerful. Because like being an American and having dark skin, African descent, it's hard to succeed. It's hard to get up because you're going against your own brothers and sisters, then you're going against the other cultures. You're going against everybody, and we got to stop going against people and just come from within and spilling out what we have to the world.